Hey guys, Graham Stephan here. Welcome back to the channel where we break down the biggest questions in finance, investing, and everything money related. Today I've got something really exciting lined up for you. A topic that's been making waves not just in the financial world but in mainstream conversations everywhere. We're diving deep into a debate that's hotter than ever. Can Bitcoin actually surpass gold in value? That's right. We're talking about the ultimate face-off between the old guard and the new kid on the block. On one side, you have gold, the timeless, glittering metal that's been a symbol of wealth and security for thousands of years. On the other, you have Bitcoin, the digital currency that's taken the world by storm, promising a new era of decentralized finance. Now, I know what you might be thinking. It sounds almost unthinkable, right? Gold has been the ultimate store of value for centuries. From ancient civilizations to modern central banks, gold has always been the go-to asset when people want to protect their wealth. It's tangible, it's rare, and it's universally recognized. There's a reason why nations have hoarded it in vaults and why it's been used as currency for millennia. But here's the twist. Bitcoin, with its digital swagger and revolutionary technology, is making a serious run for its money. In just over a decade, Bitcoin has gone from a niche experiment to a global phenomenon. It's captured the imagination of investors, tech enthusiasts, and even some of the world's biggest financial institutions. People are starting to ask, could this digital asset really dethrone gold as the world's preferred store of value? Let's break it down because we're talking about two very different assets here. Gold is a physical commodity. You can hold it, touch it, and store it in a safe. It's mined from the earth, refined and shaped into bars and coins. Its value comes from its scarcity, its beauty, and its long history as a medium of exchange and a hedge against inflation. On one hand, you have this shiny metal that's been painstakingly dug from the earth by miners, often in remote and challenging locations. The process is labor-intensive, expensive, and sometimes even dangerous. But that's part of what gives gold its allure. There's only so much of it, and it takes real effort to bring it to market. On the other hand, you have Bitcoin, a purely digital asset, created and secured by complex lines of code and cryptography. There's no physical form, no vaults, no heavy lifting. Instead, Bitcoin exists on a decentralized network called the blockchain, where every transaction is recorded and verified by thousands of computers around the world. It's a new kind of scarcity, one that's enforced by mathematics and technology, not by geology. Despite their differences, both gold and Bitcoin share a crucial common thread. They're perceived as valuable. People trust them to hold their wealth, especially in times of uncertainty. Investors flock to gold when markets get shaky, and increasingly they're turning to Bitcoin for the same reason. Both assets have passionate supporters who believe their choice is the future of money. But here's the big question. Which one comes out on top in the 21st century? Is gold's legacy enough to keep it at the pinnacle, or will Bitcoin's innovation and digital nature propel it to new heights? We're going to explore the history, the technology, the risks, and the rewards of both assets. So stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer idea of which contender deserves the crown in the ultimate showdown between gold and Bitcoin. Gold. A single word, yet it carries the weight of centuries. Gold has fascinated humanity for as long as history has been recorded, and even before that, it was coveted by ancient civilizations. Its unmistakable luster and rarity have made it a symbol of power, wealth, and security across the globe. Just the mention of gold conjures up vivid images of overflowing treasure chests, gleaming coins, and the promise of prosperity. For many, gold is not just a metal, it's a dream, a hope, and a safeguard against the unknown. Its shine has inspired explorers to cross oceans, empires to rise and fall, and fortunes to be made and lost. For thousands of years, gold has been the go-to asset in times of uncertainty. When wars broke out, when economies faltered, or when rulers changed, people turned to gold as a store of value. From the pharaohs of Egypt to the emperors of Rome, from the dynasties of China to the kingdoms of Europe, gold has been treasured and hoarded, passed down through generations as a symbol of stability. Why has gold held this special place in our collective imagination? The answer is simple. Gold is tangible. Unlike paper money or digital currencies, gold is something you can see, hold, and feel. Its weight in your hand is reassuring, a physical reminder of value that doesn't depend on the promises of governments or the stability of banks. You can hold it, touch it, and it's universally recognized. No matter where you are in the world, gold is accepted and valued. It transcends borders, languages, and cultures. Whether in the bustling markets of India, the financial centers of London, or the remote villages of South America, gold is a common language of wealth. Throughout history, empires have risen and fallen, currencies have crumbled, but gold has endured. When paper money became worthless, when economies collapsed, gold remained a beacon of hope. It has survived revolutions, wars, and financial crises, always retaining its allure and value. It's a safe haven in a storm. When uncertainty looms and fear grips the markets, investors and ordinary people alike seek refuge in gold. Its value may fluctuate, but its reputation as a protector of wealth is unshakable. When the stock market crashes or inflation runs rampant, people flock to gold. It becomes a shield against the unpredictable forces of the economy, a way to preserve what matters most when everything else seems to be falling apart. In the end, gold is more than just a metal. It's the ultimate insurance policy against economic chaos. It represents trust, resilience, and the enduring human desire for security in an ever-changing world. Now let's talk about Bitcoin, often referred to as digital gold for the modern era. In a world where technology is rapidly transforming every aspect of our lives, Bitcoin stands out as a revolutionary form of money that challenges our traditional understanding of value and currency. But what exactly is Bitcoin? And why has it captured the imagination of millions around the globe? Unlike gold, which you can physically touch, weigh, and store in a vault, Bitcoin is entirely intangible. You can't hold it in your hand, feel its weight, or stash it under your mattress. Instead, it exists as a purely digital asset, living on the internet and secured by advanced cryptography. It exists only in the digital realm, recorded on a public ledger known as the blockchain. This ledger is maintained by thousands of computers worldwide, each verifying and recording every transaction, ensuring transparency and security without the need for a central authority. So what makes Bitcoin so special? It all comes down to three powerful words: decentralized, limited, global. These qualities set Bitcoin apart from any currency that has come before it. First, Bitcoin isn't controlled by any government, corporation, or single institution. There's no central bank pulling the strings or printing more coins at will. Instead, it operates on a decentralized network, where power is distributed among its users. This means no single entity can manipulate the system for its own benefit, making Bitcoin resistant to censorship, interference, and corruption. It's powered by a vast network of computers known as miners, spread across the globe. These computers work together to process transactions and secure the network, making it incredibly difficult for anyone to tamper with or shut down Bitcoin. This global reach ensures that Bitcoin is accessible to anyone, anywhere, at any time, regardless of borders or local regulations. And unlike traditional fiat currencies, which governments can print in unlimited quantities, Bitcoin has a hard cap on its supply. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence. This built-in scarcity is enforced by the code itself, making it impossible to create more, no matter how much demand there is. This scarcity is a key factor in Bitcoin's value. Just like gold, which is prized for its rarity, Bitcoin's limited supply makes it a sought-after asset. As more people recognize its potential and demand increases, its value can rise, making it an attractive option for those looking to preserve and grow their wealth in the digital age. Both gold and Bitcoin have their pros and cons. Gold is tangible, historically stable, and a proven hedge against inflation. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is divisible, easily transferable, and offers greater potential for growth. Gold is heavy and difficult to transport, while Bitcoin can be sent across the globe with a few clicks. Gold is vulnerable to theft and requires secure storage, while Bitcoin can be stored securely offline. It all boils down to your investment goals and risk tolerance. Let's look at the numbers. Bitcoin's price has skyrocketed in recent years. Back in 2010, one Bitcoin was worth less than $1. Today, it's worth tens of thousands. That's honestly just an astronomical return on investment. Of course, past performance is not indicative of future results. Bitcoin is notoriously volatile. Its price can swing wildly in a single day. But for those who believe in its long-term potential, these price fluctuations are just bumps in the road. So, why are so many people jumping on the Bitcoin bandwagon? For starters, it's a hedge against inflation. As governments print more money, the value of fiat currencies erodes. Bitcoin, with its limited supply, is seen as a safe haven from this devaluation. But it's more than just an investment. Bitcoin is being used for everyday transactions in countries with unstable currencies. It's a way to send and receive money without relying on traditional financial institutions. It's not all sunshine and rainbows in the world of Bitcoin. Volatility is a major concern. The price swings can be stomach-churning, even for seasoned investors. Then there's the issue of regulation. Governments around the world are still grappling with how to regulate cryptocurrencies. These uncertainties create risk. But for many, the potential rewards outweigh the risks. As with any investment, it's crucial to do your research, understand the risks, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. So, will Bitcoin replace gold as the ultimate store of value? It's impossible to say for sure. Gold has a proven track record spanning millennia. Bitcoin is still in its infancy. But one thing is clear: Bitcoin is a disruptive force in the world of finance. It's challenging the status quo and forcing us to rethink how we view money and value. Whether it surpasses gold or not, Bitcoin is here to stay. And that's something worth paying attention to.